my name is Josie and I'm secretary of RVC SOS. I'm going to talk to you about mental resilience. Mental resilience is when we test our brain. We do puzzles, we play board games, we try new hobbies, read new books, stay engaged at work. Heck, we might even grow a garden. Overall, mental resilience focuses on continuously challenging the mind.
Hi there, my name is Erin, and I'm here to talk to you today about stress. And I'm really the perfect person to do it because I'm under a lot of stress, probably just like you. What I want to talk about today is what stress does to your brain and to your body when it becomes chronic and excessive. Whenever you experience a stressful event, the part of your brain responsible for emotional processing, called the amygdala, sends a distress signal to its neighbor, the hypothalamus. Now, think of the hypothalamus like a command center. Its job is to tell all of the other parts of the body what they need to do in order to get you ready to either fight or flee. And that includes increasing your lung capacity so that you're breathing deeper and taking in more oxygen, increasing your heart rate so that you're getting all of that oxygenated blood to the muscles to help you. And of course, it also tells your adrenal glands to release the very important stress hormone cortisol, which helps with energy. Now, when the stressful event is over, all of this stops, and your body will return to what we call a rest and digest state. But sometimes the stress is excessive and chronic, and the result is a buildup of cortisol. So let's talk about high cortisol. High cortisol levels can make it difficult for us to function normally for a variety of reasons. One, it appears to disrupt the brain cell activity in the areas of the brain responsible for making us feel sociable. And as a result, we're driven to avoid interaction with others. It tends to increase the sensitivity of the amygdala, which means that we are interpreting more things in our environment as threats than actually are. And we may even begin to believe that the most innocuous of statements are personal slights. And as a result, we're grumpy and prickly. It's even been found to kill brain cells in the prefrontal cortex, which is an area of the brain that is vitally important for such things as impulse control, concentration, learning, and memory. In other words, too much stress makes us impulsive, forgetful, and cranky. Unfortunately, I have some more bad news. Cortisol doesn't just affect your brain. It affects your entire body. Excess cortisol increases your risk for high blood pressure and diabetes. It increases your risk for heart disease because it causes your blood to clot more easily, which is pretty awesome if you've been injured and are bleeding, not so much if it's happening on a daily basis. It reduces your immune function, making you more susceptible to bacteria and viruses. And remember when I talked about rest and digest? Well, when you're not returning to your rest and digest state enough, your gastrointestinal system suffers as well, resulting in symptoms that look an awful lot like what we call irritable bowel syndrome. And finally, it affects your sleep. It disrupts your ability to have a normal sleep rhythm, and even when you do sleep, it isn't very restful. And when you don't get enough sleep, all of the things that I've just talked about are made even worse. But there's good news. None of this is irreversible. There are things that you can do to combat the effects of stress, and they can be easy and inexpensive, and we know that they're effective regardless of age.
You can take a nap. You can drink more water. Keeping your body hydrated helps your body get rid of all of that excess cortisol. I even have a sign in my kitchen reminding me to do so.
Get lost in a book.
You can spend time with your friends even if it's over Zoom.
You can play with your dogs.
Or a cat.
Ultimately, taking the time to reduce the effects of stress means that you're prioritizing your mental health and your physical well-being. And when you do that, you can't go wrong. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some pets to go play with.
Thank you so much for everybody who made RVC SOS's virtual event, second annual Friendsgiving, a smashing success. To the people that put videos together for us, to the students, to the co-advisors, to Jerry Labai and his team, we are so grateful. Please help us. Be the light.